I've been in agriculture all my life, in the farm. I've been a practical plant breeder and also putting technology into plant breeding, whether that's biotechnology or genomics or DNA markers at the beginning. I'm Allen Van Deynze. I'm the Associate Director for the Plant Breeding Center here at the University of California, Davis. And I'm also the Director of Research at the Biotechnology. The main goal of the Biotechnology Center is really to make sure that the information that we are creating at the university gets out to the industry and it's used, and in reverse, that the stuff that we're working on is applicable and useful for the industry. The Biotechnology Center has quite a number of educational programs, and they were developed really in conjunction with the industry. They're professional development programs for the most part. And over the last 15 years, we've developed quite a number of classes in response really to the industry. And it turns out there's a huge need for professional development in plant breeding. Basically, plant breeding is a source of varieties and crop improvement. And it's critically important now that we develop varieties that can address climate change, our increasing population size, and still provide the important nutrition for our population. So the challenges really are, it's always a moving target. For example, we can have a perfectly good high-yielding variety and a new disease or new form of a disease that we had under control comes out, and it can wipe out 15–20% of a crop literally in one season. And basically breeders have to start over and try to find genetic resistance for that or try to control. LGC is really a fantastic service provider and partner for plant breeders because they allow the plant breeders to make selections more accurately and faster in the breeding program. The reason I use LGC and some of our other programs have partnered with LGC is that the breeder doesn't need to know how to do the material, he just knows how to use the data. We teach breeders how to use that technology, but all the breeders need to do is give a little leaf sample or part of a seed, ship it to LGC in a prepackaged format that LGC actually sends you, barcoded, and LGC sends you the data back. And then the breeders analyze the data based on those DNA technologies. So these traits now can be selected at the DNA level at a really early stage and with many plants that they don't even have to grow if you're only just selecting the seed, and only plant the good ones in the field to see how well they'll perform for other traits like yield that are much more complex. So what we're really excited about in the future is that people are now associating where their food is coming from. So plant breeding is now connected to food, and people really are thinking about, oh, I want this food to be sustainable, I want it environmentally friendly, I want it to be nutritious and diverse, and so on. So it's very exciting that people actually recognize really what 1% of the people are doing is really feeding this world, and those are plant breeders. In plant breeding, we're getting a lot of new tools coming out, not just genomics, but also high throughput phenotyping. We're able basically to make things, do things on a bigger scale with more accuracy and faster. And that's going to allow us to see things we haven't seen before.